Hey YouTube, I'm here to show you something I made. And it is a stone hatchet. Alright, so let me do this first. This right here, the axe head, was created from a rock I found in a stream. It was square like this, and it was like square on the bottom, but it did have this cut in it, so I thought it would be the perfect one to make a hatchet head out of. So what I did first is I took this, I sat on a big rock in a creek, which is made out of marble, I believe. Took some bedrock and some sand out of the water, spread it on the rock, and just started grinding it down. And I'll show you the bevel after, and it's got like a hammer on the bottom. The stick, I cut down a sapling, and then chopped it. It has all these little grooves right here. And that is because while it was still new, the wood was still green. I made like a little cut at the top of the branch and just started peeling the bark away, and it leaves a nice groove for your hand. The bottom, I made a little pommel just for show. I like how it curves, so it does look like I don't know, it doesn't look manufactured. Right here, I used artificial sinew, which is, I think, like a nylon type thing, to keep the rock on here. And then it also has pine pitch. I also use pine pitch. And then I'll get more into the other stuff. So here it is. Doesn't move a bit, the axe. I'll show you. I'll push on it with my thumb. Doesn't even move an inch. I mean, it's very solid. What I did is I cut this out, squared it. I squared it out with the saw because the wood was already dry. If it wasn't dry, I'd probably be able to push it in easier, but so I did it with the saw, slid the axe head in there, and then in between that I put the pine pitch. And it holds it really good. The back is nice because it's like a hammer. That nice axe head. It was a somewhat perfect axe head, except for this top right here. When I was sharpening it a little bit, it just cracked off a bit, but it looks fine. I like how all the minerals and stuff glitter on the rock. I mean, basically, I was looking at other videos on YouTube, and all their axe heads, it wasn't like a real axe head. It was just like a blob rock, or they would buy them. So I was like, I want to make my own. I haven't seen one video that uses artificial sinew. They didn't even use real sinew, they just used paracord or some other type of cordage. Not too sure what kind of wood this is. But yeah, here's a close-up on the bevel, the grind. I mean, it's pretty decent. I'm not going to go out and chop trees, it's just for design, you know. It's not sharp, but it's just enough for looks, because that's all I want it for. I wanted to create something that is very primitive. And the glue I used is a mixture of pine sap, charcoal, some grinded up grass, very like fine grinded grass, and then some beeswax. Then you put a little beeswax in it because when the pine sap boils, if you just leave it like that without some type of fat, which is beeswax, wax is fat, it'll be too brittle. So this is better because it allows it to like stretch a little bit. So this doesn't even move an inch. I mean, nothing. It's pretty heavy. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any other questions about how I did this, please post them in the comment box. And I'll also put a link to the video where I found out how to grind this down. That's about it. Thanks.